Hey, what's up everybody? Just got in my brand new Klock Werks windshield for the 2025 Lowrider ST. So let's go ahead and open up this box and see what it looks like. Looks like they just have it stapled. Go ahead and pop those off. And here we go. Are all taped up pretty nice here. Go ahead and set it up here and cut some of this tape off. Okay. There we go. Definitely do a nice job packaging this stuff up to make sure nothing happens to it in transport. So here we go. Looks pretty big compared to the stock one in the same position. Looks like it's going to be maybe 3 inches taller overall, but it's got that flare on there. They say that adds another 2 inches of wind height above your head. So all of the reviews that I've been seeing so far, between 8 and the 10-inch Klock Werks with the flare on it, everyone has been going with the 8. So I chose to go with the 8 as well, just off of all the positive reviews. So let's go ahead and take off the old one and get this new one put on. We'll set this right over here for now on the box. So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you don't have like a professional fender cover, just a nice couple rags here, we go ahead and put these on the top of our fender to protect it, just in case you happen to drop your socket or you drop one of these bolts down, it won't ding your fender. A T27 is what you'll need to remove these to get this windshield off. Shouldn't be in there very tight, should just be able to buzz these things right out. Should be pretty quick and easy to take these out. I always like to use a magnetic tray, hold all my stuff in so I don't lose them. Looks like there's going to be 6 bolts overall here. Three on each side. Okay, put these here in our tray, set our wrench down, and just pops right up off of there, nice and easy. And it looks like we'll have to pop these rubber grommets out of the original one and get them put into this new one. Okay. We'll just pull the film up just above the grommet holes here, because it looks like we're gonna have to press in the grommets from this one to the new one. Get that set down there. Guess I should be using an actual workbench instead of the top of my toolbox, but that's what we have to work with for now. So this is what we're gonna use. Should be just fine for setting a couple of windshields on. These look like they're pretty easy. They just kind of roll right out of the inserts. And these, we should be able to just work them around and put them in here. So they just kind of press in there just like that. Just press them from the front side to the back side and kind of just roll them around and they'll pop right in. First one didn't take too long. Go ahead and roll these out. They got a small side on the bottom and a bigger side on the top, so just put them in from top to bottom. Small side going in first, and you can kind of just roll them around. Get them to pop right in there. There we go. And second one's in. Pretty easy. These ones are just kind of reverse of what we just did on those. You'll have to push them out from the inside to the outside to get them to pop out the front side here. These are a little more difficult than the other ones because there's just a little slot, but with a little bit of pressure you can kind of work them around and get them to pop out. There we go. Even though I dropped it, didn't come out too bad. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of finagle in there. And then we'll go ahead and do just the opposite and get this thing popped right in. That one went right in there pretty easy. Just make sure all the rubber's through all the way around. And there we go. Halfway done. We got 3 of them in already. So we're just gonna pop this out here. Just kind of work it around in a circle. And they'll come out eventually. It can be a little bit of a pain, but there we go. Got it out. Not too bad. Learned a little bit on the first one. Made the second one easier. And get these going in here. Bam. Popped right in. Make sure all that rubber here on this side is out of the inside and sitting there, so it'll sit nice and flush against the bike when you go to bolt it down in here. Alright, we just got 2 more. These ones are the easy ones because they just sit in a little channel right here and you can just roll them right out. And pop them in here like this. There you go. Give it a little bit of extra pressure when you push through and it'll pop all that rubber right out the back side and make a nice seal on the back side of the windshield. One more. I'll just roll this out of the little channel and set this stock windshield on our box. Give us a little bit more room to work with here. And we'll go ahead and get this last one popped in there. Make sure all this rubber pops out. There we go. Got all 6 of these in. We'll go ahead and leave this blue film on for now, just to kind of eliminate some fingerprints and some smudges and different things, and we'll take it off once we get it all fully set up on the bike. So we'll go back to our tray. We'll grab one, kind of get this set up here. Make sure everything fits nice, and it does, of course. Klock Werks, top-notch stuff. And we'll go ahead and get one of these started. I always like to start them by hand just to make sure everything threads in right and is lined up correctly. Then we'll go ahead and we'll grab a couple more of these and we'll get them started. Make sure everything is lining up real nice. Lining up real nice and looking good. There we go. I'll get one up here. Put this one in. There we go. Go ahead and get these last 2 going. There we go. Looks like everything's lining up and looking pretty good. Go ahead and grab our tool here, our T27, and we'll start to tighten these up a little bit and draw that windshield down into position where it goes. Make sure these get in there. We'll just go ahead and tighten them up a little bit as we go, as we move around, just to make sure everything gets pulled into place evenly and correctly. We want it all to line up and look real nice. So we'll go ahead and do these evenly. But I can already tell a pretty big difference and a difference in the look of the bike. I think it's looking pretty sick, just my opinion. But the biggest thing is going to be the wind deflection for comfort of riding on the long trips. Is really what I got this windshield for, is to help push some more of that wind up above my head. Kind of eliminates that rider fatigue you get. Okay, went through, got them all tightened up. Go ahead and pull this film off. And let's take a look at what you guys think. Nice 8-inch. Klock Werks has that flare. Supposed to push the wind up a little bit higher. So pretty quick and easy unboxing and install on the windshield. It's probably, I would say, at least 3 inches taller than the stock one I took off. And I think it's going to make a huge difference in the long distance riding, helping push that wind up over my head with the rider fatigue. I'm pretty happy with it overall. Let me know what you guys think in the comment, and let me know if you prefer the 8-inch or the 10-inch Klock Werks on your Lowrider STs. Thanks for watching.